My first experience of driving a Ferrari was in the Portofino, and we were driving that round the southern hills of Italy. What a place to start. Now, Ferrari have very kindly handed me the reins to the 488 GTB. This car is the next level in driving ability, skill, performance, road presence, and it is a piece of art. The 488 GTB that I have behind me is the successor to that absolutely fabulous mid-engine supercar 458 that Ferrari so very well created. Now, to look at the performance of this thing, it is an absolute monster. It's 661 brake horsepower, pushing out 561 foot-pounds of torque. So to give you a little bit of context, that's 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat and 8.3 seconds 0 to 124. And that's all coming from that 3.9 litre twin-turbo V8. It is absolutely fantastic to drive, and that Gearbox 7-speed dual clutch is just amazing. I haven't had the most experience with Ferrari, but this, after driving the Portofino, I have to admit, is just a big, big level up. Let's go have a look at the spec of this particular example. Now, whoever spec'd this car at Ferrari went absolutely bonkers. And to be fair, if I was going to buy a 488 GTB, why the hell not? This car is absolutely dripping in carbon. It's a £17,000 carbon fibre exterior package, which, you know, costs more than my first car, but whatever. It looks incredible. When this is coming down the road, it has so much presence. My favourite part of the carbon sort of bits and bobs, we've got the engine compartment here, which just looks wicked through the rear window. Everything from the vents to the sills to the doors to the seats, everything possible has been done. But it all adds to that massively racy package that you get with this car. And it's got to look the part as well as drive the part. One thing that they didn't actually go for was the carbon fibre mirrors. I would have done just in keeping with the rest of the package, but hey, you can't have everything. A favourite thing of mine is the Scuderia shields that you see pressed into the front wings here. It really reminds you of that classic Ferrari heritage. Speaking of heritage, there is a reason why I have the Dino behind me, because this car is actually painted in the Ferrari heritage colour, Rosso Dino. Now this is Rosso Corso and this is Rosso Dino. That's a red car. Personally, this looks more orange, but colour still looks stunning either way you look at it. Now we've talked about all the specs. Realistically, the best thing about this car is the drive. So let's go take a look. Now, I haven't driven the 458, but that doesn't mean that I can't give you an honest opinion on how this thing drives. And let me tell you, it is fantastic. When I drove the Portofino, it was relatively tame in comparison to this. This is the most direct drive I've ever had in a supercar. It feels like a true supercar to me. It's very precise, everything is on point. When you put it into race mode, it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I have been enjoying driving this car so much. It's really, really made me smile, but it's actually taken me into a different expectation of what a supercar is. This is just absolutely amazing to drive, but also so easy to as well. It has a lot of assists on it, but you still feel like you're very much the pilot of this machine. The gearbox is very, very precise. It's punchy. I always said when I first got into a Ferrari, I was like, what is that upshift? That it really gives you such a clap in the back when you shift up the gears. It makes it so exciting. I mean, it should be an event when you drive a Ferrari. I very much believe in that. But this is just another level up again. I would go as far to say that this is my favorite supercar that I have driven, just simply because of the experience and how it makes you feel. There's a lot of emotion when you drive this, like you're at one with how the car is reacting to the roads. It takes your breath away, to be honest. I especially do love in the interior of these cars, they have the shift light on the steering wheel. I mean, I did put a shift light in my Mark IV Golf, but bearing in mind it took 25 seconds to get from third to fourth gear. This just you can see the technology that's been taken from the track and put into a road car. And I'm freely admit that I'm a rookie in this game when it comes to experience with different metal, but this just blows my mind a little bit. Like, it is so impressive. Ferrari have really smashed it out the park with this one. And that concludes my weekend with a 488 GTB. I want to say a big thank you to Ferrari for letting me get behind the wheel of this car. It is absolutely amazing. Blisteringly quick, performance that I've never experienced before, and an ability and technology within to create the ultimate supercar. I was very lucky to take it to more than one location and to spend that valuable seat time to really get to know how this car works, and all of the technology and design that Ferrari put into these vehicles comes together to create an experience which is unlike any other.